We tend to think conspiracy theorists, are just nutters and all that because, first of all, psychology, Obviously, it's either too disturbing and it's too far fetched because it's not based in reality. But even then, what we base ourselves on is also not of reality. Money, for example, is not real. It's just simply the need for exchange of services. But they've got this system that's set up in fantasy of theirs. But what to say that we're not the same? First of all, it's up to an individual themselves to find out the purpose and the truth of whatever they hold in life, what tells them to do, what makes them believe these things. So, whether it's called facts, whether it's called, a hypothesis or theories or whatever it is, you have to understand alone to sift out the information. People believe in religion, but for something as logical as extraterrestrial life, aliens, or a group of people who are very powerful indeed and who run our society, our governments, most of the things that we hold today, that we do not stop them because, it's that strong belief in authority and stability that we tend to not understand the truth of how unstable our foundation is. That we think it's really stable, but it can be pulled out of us any second, and we refuse to believe that. And this has been the case for vaccines, for for everything that we think, conspiracy and all that. It's the same thing. People refuse to believe in depopulation and all that. They just think we're nutters, or they think some are nutters. The truth is, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. So maybe I am, but technically I just think, firstly, aliens are definitively they are real. I can't speak for other channels like Mind Unveiled or Spirituality or what else, but spirituality is also real in just a way we haven't quantified it yet with science and all that. People will not believe anything until, even if it's right in their eyes, they will refuse to believe it. It's just simply the case with survival, biological means. We've got a lot of theories on why, say, the gender war, right? There's a conspiracy out there that's gynocentrism, but it's not. The thing is, we have to understand that we based our decisions short term, also long term gain. The long term gain is the people who are rich, the short term gain is the people who are poor. And some poor people try to cope with it to say that I can be rich. Now some people, it's all a matter of experience, not perspective. Perspective is part of the experience, and that you choose this to be your outlook. And it may bring problems, it may bring solutions, but that's overall a part and parcel of others who will also look at your way and figure that out, have their own solutions, have their own set of new problems and all that. And this is what science does. It's not a clear-cut magic pill like what the government says about vaccines and all that, or what else they say about status quo. We, at the moment, can't think of such high lofty concepts. When people are hungry, they just think about food and nothing else. And unfortunately, by repeating that kind of mental outlook, that that state of being, we forsake a lot of other things. We ask for safety and security, but we regret, or we do not come across the thought that it may lead to a short-term gain for long-term expenses. And not only that, even if we do manage to think about the long-term gain, it just isn't there. We unfortunately have no way out in this industrial age because most of the knowledge is handled by scientists and power. If you remove power, you remove authority, you pretty much remove a lot of things that people will seem to hold on for dear, and it could lead into freedom and chaos, but it would also force people to revise their own conclusions. I forgot what I wanted to say a while back, but this will be what I'm saying right now. I'm feeling burnt out because I had that concept in my head, but I couldn't really rephrase it. It seems it's locked out of my head. Like prisoners in your own minds and your own bodies, you tend to have a eureka moment, but it's quickly taken away from you. A flimsy glimpse of a solution, and it somehow it's just taken away from you. Like somebody else is controlling it.